It's the early way, yeah. 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 What's up? I'm Early Earl. I thank y'all for hearing these YouTube streets and coming on down to the early way. I'm coming at y'all with another Reddit Out Loud. And this is where we pull stories and questions from Reddit.com. We read them aloud. We give our thoughts. We give our opinions. Hell, we give our advice. Or we just laugh at them because, some of these stories be crazy as hell. Y'all tune in with me. And we have our first Reddit Out Loud. And it says, my ex-husband cheated on me with my brother, and now he seems to be in a serious depression. Let's see what's going on, y'all. I was married to my ex-husband for 9 years. We got divorced 5 years ago. I was about 4 months pregnant and went to the doctor. When I returned home, I found my older brother and my husband together. It was really disgusting to see. According to my ex-husband, he and my brother took drugs, and he doesn't remember how they got into that situation. The lies. My brother is gay, of course, but I never knew if my ex was gay or bisexual or anything like that. I filed for divorce, and we share custody of our daughter. We have been cordial despite everything. We spend 2 holidays a year together, the three of us. Since the divorce from my husband, he has been quite depressed. At first, he looked for any excuse to talk to me and be with me, but then he realized that it was not going to work. In these years that we have been divorced, he has seemed quite depressed, tired, and talked less. He also gained too much weight. He didn't go to the gym, but he was a pound or two over his ideal weight. So he was at a pretty decent weight. Now he weighs around 280 pounds, and I'm really worried about him. I also discovered that he recently lost his job, that he is staying with his sister, and that he is one step away from being diagnosed with diabetes. Oh my God, what the fuck? I don't know how to tell him that I am worried about his health. Since the last time I did it, he misunderstood, thinking that I would give him another chance, which is not the case. How can I help him without misunderstanding the situation? How can I help him without him misunderstanding the situation? And shit, I'm just say by telling him your concerns as a helping friend and as your, children's father, let him know that, there's no possible way of y'all, rekindling y'all relationship outside of y'all co-parenting. He sound like he need to see a therapist, someone he need to talk to, because what's the story behind him and your brother? How did the drugs get involved? And how did they end up in bed? That's what I want to know. What led up to them being in bed and you catching them? I feel like once he relieved that off his chest and do some deep self-evaluation to understand himself or be comfortable with the person he is, he'll be better. But you could just be straight up with him. I hope that he's not using his depression, as a ploy to get you back, though. I hope he's really, going through a depression stage and not using it just for you to get you back because you say he did it before. So, be leery about that. But, tell him that you concerned and you just trying to help. And that's it. Nothing more, nothing less. And that's all I got for that one. Next, our next Reddit Out Loud says, am I the asshole if I told my wife the reason she does not have male friends is because she slept with them? Yes, you would be the asshole. But let's see. My wife and I have been married for 20 years. When we got engaged, I asked that we not keep in touch with former lovers, friends with benefits, or exes. My wife agreed. Back then, my wife had a couple of male friends who were former fuckwit buddies. Friends with benefits, FWB. And soon after the engagement, she cut them off. After we got married, neither of us talked to former lovers. We both had friends of the opposite sex, but they were our married friends whom we knew together. I have a couple of female friends, one from college, two former colleagues, etc. We never dated, we never slept together, and we never flirted. That I have maintained throughout our marriage. I don't physically see these friends. We communicate mostly through social media or text. I rarely talk with them. Whenever I talk about them to my wife, she seems to get angry. Last week, she said to me that it must be nice to have female friends and that she doesn't have any male friends. I asked her if she wanted male friends who were not married to our female friends, and she said no. I don't understand the problem. I asked her why doesn't she have male friends, and she said that when we got engaged, I told her that she couldn't have male friends. I told her that's not what I said. Would I be the asshole if I said to her that she agreed not to continue a relationship with men she slept with and that she can have male friends as long as the relationship remains platonic and she doesn't sleep with them? See, I see nothing wrong with that. You just told her, hey, you can have friends as long as you don't be around here fucking these NIGGAs. Simple. I see nothing wrong with that. Edit. When dated, we had 3 male friends. When dated, she had 3 male friends. One male was openly gay. I never met any of them. Back then, of the 2 former friends with benefit male friends, she didn't even know one guy's first and last name. She knew the first name, but did not know the last name and referred to him by a nickname which may or may not be a real last name. The fuck? Or so she said. She used to talk about a male co-worker a few years back at her old job, but she never referred to him as a friend. They were social media friends, but they don't communicate. Nah, I don't think you'd be the asshole if you told her you can have male friends, but you just can't be around her, being sexual with them. Now, you would be the asshole if you told your wife that, the reason she don't have any male friends is because she slept with them. You would definitely be the asshole. You got married and you can't trust this lady well enough to, trust her being around the opposite sex. You can't trust her. And I'm here to let you know that a person gonna do whatever they gonna do regardless. If she respect you and have loyalty, towards you 100%, she won't step out on you. If she love you enough, she won't do nothing, to disrespect you behind your back. You knew she was a hoe when you met her, though. You knew she was a hoe when you met her and you turned her into a housewife. And, that's why you wanted to cut off all contact with her friends with benefits and exes because you knew she was a hoe. You knew she was out there fucking. And you knew that. And you still think she a hoe because why do you think she'll sleep with any male friend that she have? Like, why is that something you have to say to her about having a male friend? That should be common sense. You feel me? That should be common sense to her to have a male friend and not fuck on this male friend. Keep it strictly as a friendship. You don't have to vocally tell her that. You vocally telling her that, letting her know that means, you already don't trust me to have a friend. God damn. Jesus. Y'all been married for 20 years and y'all still about this BS. So 20 years from now, y'all still gonna be about this BS. Y'all gonna be 60 years. 20 years from now, y'all gonna be 70 years old and she's still gonna be looking for a male friend. Y'all need to get this together. 20 years into the relationship, that should be at least of y'all worries. And that's all I got to say about that. And next. And our next Reddit Out Loud says, roommate stole $3,000 from me and hadn't returned my calls or messages. Also hasn't come home since yesterday. What to do? Serious. And then we get a little text thread between him and his friend. And it says, I'm not going to beat around the bush. I'm going to ask you straight up like a man. Did you steal my money that was in my drawer? The fact that you're accusing me is dead ass crazy, even after all we've been through. And to answer your fucking question, no, I ain't. I would never do no fuck shit like that. You were the only one to ever see me take money out of there. No one has come into our apartment this whole week. We're gonna talk about this when you get home. I'm trying my best to stay cool through this. I'm missing $3,000 of my money, and you know how hard I worked to save that. Ain't shit to talk about. I told you I ain't steal it. That ain't like me. On God. If that ain't like you, why hadn't you returned your friends' calls or messages? And why you ain't been home since yesterday? You giving suspicious behavior. If my money missing and I'm calling and texting my friend and my friend ain't returning my calls or my messages and ain't come home, of course I'm gonna think you stole my motherfucking money. What my $3,000? You gonna be the first person I ask. Hey, homeboy, you see this? You see my money? You the only one been in this apartment, and this the only place where the money reside. So, what is the money? Now, if I was a friend, we'd be fighting. I'll come find you. I wouldn't even wait till you come home. I won't even try to be cool. $3,000 is a lot of money to some people. To me, hell, $3,000 is a lot of money. It would make me beat your ass over my money. What the fuck? If the only way I'm gonna stay cool through this whole situation is by calling 911. In order for me to stay cool and keep myself out of jail and keep myself from committing a crime I'm calling the police myself. Hey, I need y'all to help me from putting hands on my friend. So come get him. He stole some money from me. That's it. Simple. And then the friend talking about after all the shit we've been through, what you damn right. If you the only one been in this apartment beside me, fuck all the shit we've been through, the good, the bad, the ugly. Fuck all that. Where is my money? And if you won't do no fuck shit like that, help me find my money. Act more concerned like me. Who been in this apartment? Have we been robbed? Did you let somebody in here? What happened? Explain what happened. Instead of sending a text message back, you should have picked up the phone and called that man. Better yet, took your ass home and help that man find his money if you did not take his money. If you took his money, you deserve your ass whooped, though. And that's all I got for that one. Next! And we have our next read it out loud. And it says, am I the asshole for banning my boyfriend from using the apartment gym? Well, let's see. A year ago, we moved into a small apartment block. One of the perks of this place is it has a small gym. I fully believe the gym was tacked on as an afterthought to increase the rent a bit, and it might have been. You know how they do it. It's on the second floor and very open to every apartment. It has a layout that the block is a mall, the gym is the food court but smaller. It contains a few weights and two running machines. If you use it for just as it's intended, it's fine. No, it's wise. However, my boyfriend loves working out. He does MMA, and while he goes to a proper gym almost daily, he likes to use the apartment one about 2 or 3 times a week. In his workout, he goes all out. He sets up timers at full volume with a bell going off every minute for his workouts. So he one of those, huh? Serious about his workout. He isn't quiet as he needs to breathe properly. What? I feel like he can do that at a regular sound level, though. It's also kind of intimidating to everybody else in the block. I have seen a few people who clearly don't go to the gym regularly, no shade, but walk up the stairs and walk back down. So, what they got to do with you though, and your boyfriend working out? What they going upstairs and walking down? You think they turn it down because your boyfriend's loud in the gym? Stop making something out of nothing. It sounds like you're making something out of nothing, and stop it. He's just doing a little too much. I understand it's a free use gym for everyone to use, but I think he is being unfair. I told him he isn't allowed to use the gym for more than what is there. He has to go do the extra stuff either in our apartment or at his proper gym. He has stopped, but he is pissed at me over this. He thinks if anyone has an issue, they should or would say it to his face, and I agree. He plays for it and has the right to use it. He pays for it and has the right to use it, and he just doesn't see the problem. Am I the asshole or am I being fair? You are not being fair, and you are the asshole. I want your boyfriend on this one. If anybody has a problem with it, they should tell him. Simple. It's a gym. If he's using the equipment properly and respecting the rules of that gym, then what's the issue? What is the issue really? Like, who really cares if he's setting up timers so he know when to catch a break, so he know when he need to breathe, or so he know to move on to the next exercise? Like, who cares about that? Like, and plus he only goes like 2 or 3 times out the week, so it's not like he's being an inconvenience to the other people in the gym. He's not there all the time, so that's crazy. You think he's doing too much. Don't nobody else think he's doing too much. You the only one who thinks he's doing too much. I promise you, if somebody else thought he was, making all that ruckus in the gym, they would have went to the main office and, made a complaint. And you would have got a note on your door. Or in your mailbox. So leave that man alone. Stop being the asshole and let that man work out in peace. That's crazy that you told that man that he can't go to the gym because you think he's doing too much. Girl, sit your ass down. Next. And we have our last read it out loud. And it says, is my relationship with a coworker weird? Is it weird? Let's see. It says, we have been working together for almost a year, and I was the one to follow him during his introductory period, so we worked very closely for a couple of months. Then 6 months ago, I got a promotion and moved to the headquarters, but I still spend at least a couple days at the office where he works. Even if now we don't work directly together, he still asks me if he has any doubts about work, and I'm happy to support. Coming to the maybe, weird part of the story. Well, let's get to it. Being that we are the only young people in the offices and that we are very similar, we are very friendly, and we often have long calls and we talk and go out often. When I'm at his office, we always go out during lunch break to eat or just have a coffee. We also often go for drinks after work. We talk about work, but we also talk about our personal lives and our relationships and really about everything. So y'all good friends, okay. There never was anything between me and him. I never even considered the idea of liking him or him liking me. We often talk about fashion, so even his compliments or the nice things he says, I just interpreted them as friendly remarks. However, lately people at work started gossiping that there might be something between me and him. Also, the guy I'm seeing right now started sarcastically acting like he's jealous when I tell him I'm out with my coworker for lunch or drinks. Do you think there's actually something weird about our relationship? And hell no, I don't. There's nothing weird about it. When coworkers see a man and a woman coworker being friendly with each other or even just being friends, they immediately think that they go straight to, oh, they must be fucking around with each other because why they all in each other laughing and shit like that? What's going on? Something got to be going on. They so nosy that they trying to figure out what's going on. And, I honestly think it's a jealous thing. They see that, you and this guy face and they want to be just as close as that guy is in your face. It's like they just want to fuck you, basically. They want to fuck you and can't possibly think that another man in your face ain't trying to do the same thing. It is very possible that the guy that you seen is jealous for real. It's no such thing as sarcastically acting like he's jealous. He's jealous for real. He's jealous of y'all friendship, and you should just let him know y'all just friends. Ain't nothing more, nothing less. I don't even see him like that. So why do y'all see him like that? And I don't. Cut that shit out. And I bet if it was a woman in your face, they wouldn't even be having this, discussion. It won't be no gossip about what y'all doing. They'll just think y'all cool or y'all friends. So, what the fuck? There's nothing weird about y'all relationship. Y'all just two co-workers who met at work and became friends. That's it. I see nothing wrong with it. You tell them other people to mind their fucking business. And that's all I got for that one. And that's all we have for Reddit Out Loud. I do thank y'all for tuning in to the early wait. That's all I got to say. And until next time.